Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Woo. Woo. Deep breath. Like, comfortable. What's up? Shit's funny, man. Good day, good day, good day, good day. Big ups to I'm on me use Born Alive. He on Facebook Messenger. To your bro, say what's up. Happy hustle. Thanks for the beats. I hope this is not too loud. I didn't recognize how great of a quality of mic that I'm using. That in the past two videos that sound kind of loud. Had a little noise muffler. You know what I mean? But so I'm gonna try this first. And I didn't know it came with a little gold-plated microphone. I didn't know. So let's spit this golden dragon fire out this thing. We want to say good morning to our Facebook family. I don't know why people want to give the algorithm of Facebook any problems. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, the guys that put the Facebook together, the platform, alright, that's their money, that's their hustle. But we the people run Facebook. We just some of us know how to use it for a global perspective. And some people just use it for what? The internet of things. And not the inter and outer net of things. And the things that connect the network of the inner and the outer. So there's three things going on here. This is called the pains of globalism. And they took that word globalism and demonized it to a anti-anointment. Because that's what the word simply means. Christ to anoint yourself, your friends, your family, or when you say that's my enemy, you anointed them with your uh, dislikes. And with all these dislikes, you put all the dislikes in this one thing called, what's going on here? Why does this thing keep popping up? My damn screen. Hold on, y'all. Alright, here we go. Anyway, it wasn't even what we getting on here for. I mean, it had something to do with it, but I was going with it. Really had nothing to do with it. But should we start off with it? This is Jose Omar. This is a glass house, fly paper production, solid ink, clear image, dapalicious.com. Moment. And we had to put it in a box. It's called Swiggle World. Starting the messenger myself. Stack McDirt. Junkie Bunky. Mr. Goldfish, because he liked to bubble. And Mike Cream. Got to speak that shit to the top. And the whole thing is about manifesting things. You know, making them happen. So Heavenly Father, we ask you to protect us this day. Protect our friends and family as they go to and from their destination. We ask you help let us teach us how to ride on your will, because your will is the best will. Let us run flat. It's always smooth. Maybe that's what Ezekiel was saying. The will within the will. I just got it chilled up my spine, literally, man. Like, straight up. Global, the pangs of globalism. First of all, let me get on here and see what I sound like first. I don't know if it's too loud. Because the last time it was too loud. And I personally was not happy with it myself. Matter of fact, it started out, it killed my buddy's music. This is something I found quite beautiful. Big ups, you planted that. They plan, and Yallah plans, and Yallah is the best of planners. You know, I think that's the beauty of this transformation. Alright, where's we at? So we ask to protect us from ourselves, protect us from our enemies, protect us from what we see and we don't see, what we can and we can't see. Therefore, we ask that. Grant us more time. Help us to get this global consciousness together. We ask for your permission to speak global excellence into the hearts of your chosen ones. If they can't see global excellence, then it's not of you. By the power of the Holy Spirit, I come. It's the promise before me and after me. I say, Heavenly, thank you. Say, lie. The shit that come out your mouth, man. If you've made it up, we hope you can fucking deliver. Straight up. I forgot we was even on the camera too, folks. So, y'all seen a holy moment there. We be meaning it. And so we didn't want to put this one into a teaching mode thing. We just wanted to have a discussion. Oh, we feel the change coming. We feel the. Let me show you what y'all guys, what we've been rocking with lately. We found something. We found one of those for this one season. Right? That's what happened. To brother, what's his name, Frank? I don't think it's Frank. We call him Bing Bang. You know who you is, Bing Bang. How stuff come together. Right quick, because you see Bing Bang. You know what I mean? I tell you, see Bing Bang, and how we end up with this. Facts. Now, to somebody else, that might not mean like shit. It would have comes with the program. Not mine. It's like this. When you think that you're supposed to be doing this, and something got you way over here doing that, but you like, but I'm accustomed. I want to go over here, and I don't know what it. Maybe I can face you or something. I don't know what's going on here. Like I said, I'm not a professional at this. I hope it's not loud. Let me see if I can find the feed first of all. I need to hear it. Okay. It sounds a lot better. Oh, the mic ain't too loud. Mic too loud? Alright. But we want to give our Facebook family a big. Let's laugh at the liars. Give them a big. Let's give another round of to the liars. The pains of global. The plans of the global excellence. But anywho, as we were going around doing some observations. You know, we're going around doing some observations. Because when I look around, all I see is, you know what I mean? When I look around, all I see is, where are we going with this, Father? I don't really understand when people talk about haters. Like, what is a hater? I was really clueless to what a hater is. At least the verb, I don't know. I know for me, if I hate something, the last thing I'm gonna do is talk about it. I know for me, if I hate something, the last thing I'm gonna do. Alright. Here we go. I just wanted to make sure we was alright. Put this on flow. Alright, we're good now. I don't have to hear myself. I'm cool. I can hear myself within myself. I don't even need headphones. I don't need to hear what I'm saying. I can feel, I can really feel. This is so much in my heart that studying and hearing the headphones, I feel the frequency, the vibration that the headphones provide for the ears, from the inner ears out back to the outer ears. And so it's like it's weird. A lot of stuff is weird, man. We're gonna get glory to the Most High and the pains of life. What it's crazy. As I would like to interview the person and people who uh, 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 run their mouth without investigation. Me, for example. I already told y'all, I ain't tough. I ain't none of that shit. That's why I was either die or leave me the fuck alone, cause I ain't tough. I ain't no killer. I ain't no murderer, no thief. Cause all that gets you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, doing shit like that and fucking with people who enjoy shit like that, eventually you get that 2 thumbs up, but you get 2 fucked up. Fuck that. It pans of globalism. And since globe is a form of a sphere or circle, you just talk about the where I come from globe, or the mentality of not our people globe, but collective education, collective academia. To what levels? Ain't enough time in the day. Well, there's enough time, but I don't know about you. Ain't enough time for that shit. Try to get to the point logically the best as quickly as you can process it. Because those gonna watch this, all their minds has a thought processor, so and we don't need no viruses the next time we meet or talk. We don't need no miscommunication. What I mean by I didn't know what a hater was for real is I talk to a person, well, I call a person, I want to say, what's up, kinfolk? Hello? I say, oh, somebody going around saying, breaking into cars. Ten Commandments, 42 laws of Ma'at. And at least 42 things, 52 things, they all teach me to tell other people that it's okay to steal people's shit. What are you telling me? We have to interview these people, man. Who believe this shit? Those are the disease in society. Without them, the liar can't breathe. I don't know if y'all knew that. Without the one people that investigate, the liar could never breathe. As soon as the lie come out, I'd be like, boop. He said, well, every time I lie, I fall to the ground because People investigate now. You just can't tell me anything, and I believe it. I'm not tough, and I'm not fighting because I got caught stealing your shit. Uh-uh. And I'm too wise to take an unnecessary ass beating. Come on, I'll heal up. Fuck you. God, would you heal you? No, fuck you too. God said, fuck you too, nigga. And all the other hypothetical bullshit. Experience tell me, fuck that. I don't know what experience tell you. It tell me, you fuck with somebody else's shit, you get fucked up. Cut and dry. Thou should not covet another man's hustle or his woman, his gift, nothing. Ah, damn. Everybody waiting for motherfuckers to save them, and there's 10 words in the motherfucking book you got. Been here forever. You can't even do them. You ain't gonna see no motherfucking Jesus, dummy. Some dumbass niggas, man. Throughout the whole globe. Nope, this is global, the pains of globalism. This is the pains of globalism. When they're talking about white, black, fuck you, dummy. And so yeah, there's a new vibration that I asked the Most High to put out here in the planet, in the ethers, about global excellence. And then start the foundation, 10 commandments, and the 42 laws of God. There is no other ways around it. None. It's written on the stone of the heart. In fact, I was sharing something with some folks, or with a person that I see a little light, man. I see this little small light, man. And because they write, you know, when you pour water out of a cup, it's gonna go down. Now that shit go up, you're gonna look around like, okay, why is this water going up when I'm pouring it down? We got that. But logically, that if you pour water out a cup or a jar or whatever, it goes down. It's fluent. This person writes like that, fluent. It's like they breathe writing. I've never thought I would see a real scribe. You know what I mean? This is maybe just something you just read in a book. You know, cause people say I'm a writer. You say, okay, cool. And you went to school for writing. You say, yeah, da. But there's these writers who could write everything down. Something about their memory and their hand-eye coordination to what they, oh my goodness. Because me personally, I can see the connections. I can see the frequency. And I'm watching the I guess what Facebook would call the algorithms or some type of, I can feel it. Out of the field, we can see it. But I was mesmerized when I heard this. I'm breaking into people's cars. I'm selling drugs on a scooter. The first one I heard was I'm running around selling drugs on a scooter. Here's the logic with that. If I told you saints, when I told you saints, and my other Hebrew Muslim family members in the Afro and Afri-Asiatic community on the globe, on the whole planet rather, that I don't condone selling drugs nor using them. And really is no real excuse. The fact that you're very much in pain. And that drug is not a drug for unrighteous thing. The drugs on this planet, if it hurts, if it's going to soothe you for that moment, cool. But if it's going to overtake your sobriety, then don't do it. That's what everything in creation, even the color of our skin. And what a lot of folks don't know that you call yourself, know what we just said, when you call yourself, that is self-worship. Because the first command was, let me make man. I've made man in my image. Done. So everything else is not of yourself. Like the sister that can write, it's her flow. It's just from the essence of the Creator. That's end with she don't know. Pay attention to the spirit so we can all mentally grow, man. And I'm going through this with you too because it's talking to me as well. I'm not front, man. We swallowed that scroll. But it's not what y'all think it is. You know what I mean? It's not what y'all think it is. Far from that. It's not a myth or a fairy tale. It comes with heavy responsibility and trust. There's a lot of stumbling blocks too. That's crazy. I'm at the crib. Not at the crib, but picking the pieces back up. Thanking the Most High that I can come back home to my home city, go to every neighborhood that I grew up in and been around to, and just be myself. And to those who may be using drugs and alcohol to cure a problem, we say to you, keep trying, but don't let the problem, when the problem goes away, the addiction won't. Because now the addiction took the problem. That's why it seems like there's no problem. It's like somebody taking your culture. That's how we do that. This is the pains of globalism, right? Pain and addiction. It's when people take your culture and they leave you with nothing. That's what addiction does. So how do we fight world addiction? Because I'm quite sure we can fight the world addiction. Poor wouldn't be a necessity. Poor would not be a necessity. I did tell y'all don't follow me. Just listen to the words, the messages, and hopefully you hear them, use them. If it means something cool, they don't. Leave them there for somebody else to try. Alright? Don't be just kicking everything in the trash. We're just ramming through a few thoughts. But like I said, what hurt it was you mind when you're doing what you doing for yourself. You say that just seems small if you're not guilty. None. It's not about the accusation. It's the point that we worked hard on our character of change, of killing that old character. You know, I mean, we worked hard at removing that character. That's a character. Life is not a movie. Life is not a stage. The world might be a stage, but the life and everything else, there's no room for characters. You know what I mean? Then y'all call it being 100, genuine. What's the other sound now? I'm looking for another one. Oh, snizzle. But yeah, man, I was able to update on some things, man. Take a quick break. Things is getting a little more stable. Uh, Before we get back on that rant, we want to say thank you, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and a lot of you platforms that's opened up that porthole of information, exchange things. So now, when that thing close up, those that are outside the Stargate, they chose that. Because in the new world, there doesn't have to be mass incarceration or mass murder or mass, you know. And what's funny is people demonize one world order. And so what we're thinking about doing, right, is going back, hitting the streets, and to getting people's version of what one world order really is, and what it's always done before the human consciousness. There's always been one world order, like universal order and galactic order and circle within this circle within this. You know, it's always been like that. Prime example. You know what creates a spiral? What borns a spiral? Into everything and nothing. Try to get this picture. Take a circle or any shape of your mind, but it's solid, and you can make it no matter what color you want to. That can be color of your skin, your religion, your balls, your privacy, your money. It doesn't make a difference. Unless it's one piece. It's one piece. Nonetheless, it's one piece. How do you turn that into a spiral? What you do is you put a pen on it or a dot. Like you see it sound on a dotted line. Well, take a dot instead of place of time. And every time at a 90 degree, 4 times at a 90 degree angle, spin the paper. And you'll see sparrows. That's how the earth is in a spiral. Or the needle to the record. Welcome to the frequency, fam. Hear the sound of life? The birds singing? Y'all didn't catch that one, did y'all? Told y'all, we come on, man. Get y'all pen and paper. Cause we plant a little bit of seeds. We plant a little bit of seeds. But yeah, I said I was sharing, just sharing with this writer friend. So really, I think that's more reason why I believe I'm around this person. Cause these I had this idea for these cats, and the fact that they are an awesome writer. And there's another sister that's like that, except instead of writing, they sing fluently, and it's like, and it, oh my goodness. Talk about putting a needle to the record, man. The talent that can help with global excellence. I'm afraid this is not gonna be a long ass video because I didn't plan on, like rapping nobody's head off or nothing. Man. Really did, and don't. So let's. I was watching TV till the spirit said, "Do you have something to say?" And yes, I have a lot to say. This, you know what? This is gonna be a long ass fucking video. Now that we thought about it, I was giving y'all a tease on noise complaint number one, a Pittsburgh DIY history column. Uh, an interview with Rothko. Where my glasses at, man? This is some bullshit. I think contacts might not be a bad idea. Yeah, praise ya, Rothko House. I'd like to know what is that. Let me check that. Speaking of that, let's see if it's still on. Yeah, it's still on. Alright, let me see what happens here. Oh, y'all can see me. I'm typing this Rothko thing. Alright, let me look on here real quick. Type on my computer. Because y'all can't see it. Rothko House. Pittsburgh. What is that? Images, Rothko. Okay. Understatement concert, set list, Rothko House, Mark. TV Norm. Okay, let me see if we can hear a quick clip from these real quick, y'all. Hold on for a minute. Let's just so we can hear something. What's good with this here? Oh shit. Alright. I don't have permission to play. They did. But okay. Okay, Rothko. So, back to the global excellence then. Back to this global excellence. So, you know what's disturbing about modern history? Even the way what people are thinking now, that the children of quote unquote slaves and the children of the quote unquote slave masters with all that, there's always been a pocket of unity, not between classes, but between consciousness. Everybody knows to beat on somebody is not good. Every child knows that. But if he's coerced into something, then yeah, you get these KKK groups and black supremacist, white supremacist groups fighting for the same cause, only different is the color of skin. That's fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing. That's some amazing shit. I'm glad I couldn't have thought of nothing better than that. Worse than that, rather. Well, no, no, that's it, right? That's I couldn't have came up nothing, but I couldn't have said nothing more better than that. Okay. What else? We're gonna get back into this information. Cause this is what I'm trying to figure out. If anybody know anything about modern warfare, or how to befriend somebody, I don't know if any of y'all remember. I showed you the book called "How to Live in a Complex Society," and it has, and I just posted it up this past week or last week. Uh, 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 cultural, 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 al, cultural, cultural. Cultural depravity, cultural deprivation. Then you have global deprivation, spiritual depravity, personal rights depravity, aka there's no equal law for all men on the planet, or let alone America. AKA the right to market and rule his own gifts. That's what's happening. Because a lot of you try, I think this is the breeding of mental weakness, mental instability. If I know, if you knew, like blades of grass has a purpose on our football field, every blade of grass has a purpose in the forest, every sea fern or underwater grass has a purpose, and the power and strength and gifts to make sure that purpose get done. Because that's just part of its existence. Its existence is in its purpose. So we know that black people don't exist. And they turn their gifts over to people who have the power over your non-existence. That's another pain of being a globalist. They're stuck right there in that little block. And it was so beautiful. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 out with you, man. I told some other folks, man, what I'm excited about. There was no mystery, was no ghost, was no flashy light. And I ain't do shit. But wrote the 10 Commandments on the tablets of my heart. Straight up. I literally said, I'm tired of carrying books. I ain't gonna always have money to pay for cell phones, electricity, and shit. There's too much conversation on this planet. And a lot of it just sounds like a bunch of jibber jabber, like what do you call that, white noise. There's a lot of that. Plus my own noise, my own personal. That's I don't need that. I'm cool. So I said, I came up with something better than this. I believe it's ingenious to me. If I met myself in another life, I said, that was pretty ingenious. I said, how about this? According to your divine will, let it be done. Heaven and in between. Can you just write it on the tablets of my heart so I can just live it? That's why I don't have to think about it. Ha. Your heartbeat, press up blood for the lungs and all that. I mean, you're good. So I'm like, look, put you on the throne of my heart. Start with your 10 Commandments. After that, my life is in your hands. I'm just going to keep living these 10 Commandments and that's it. That's it. Because there's nowhere in the 10 Commandments say, I ain't allowed no motherfucker. You know what I mean? It just said, don't abuse my creation. Not one bit. I don't give a fuck if you're killing a roach. I mean, you just trying to destroying my shit. Like, nah. But some things is put there to see if you know my power. Like killing a whole house full of roaches. Or, like some people, I personally don't do it, but they collect weed roaches. You know what I mean? But all too, like a lot of other things, roaches is a necessity. See? The pains of globalism. Whew. A lot of self-realization in life. What the hell? Why could you shut down? Hold on, y'all. Okay, my mic all up. Oh, that's the volume. See. Oh, Schnizzle. Oh, shouldn't they pulled out the after the fuck that up, huh? That was didn't make sense at all. What is this thing in my face? No, I don't want to learn. more. What the hell is this shit? Oh my gosh, this is killing me. I got this one little square on my screen. Y'all can't see. It keeps popping up, and it's disrupting the flow of what I'm trying to share with y'all. Cause like when I look at the screen, I'm trying to look at what you're looking at, but you're not seeing what I'm seeing. What else is on the screen? So it's like it's in my peripheral. Excuse me. Excuse me, yeah. And it's like it's breaking a little wave pattern. That's all. Enough of that bullshit. Whatever. Global excellence. Mental. Let's just get back to this. We had to share with some folks that myself had traveled enough cities from a young guy and down. Shit. I'm glad I cleaned my floor. Or damn distractions, I forgot. Shit. Sorry for the time delay, folks. I slipped my mind. I know gonna blow my nose. I don't. Cause I don't want to. We got a lot of stuff on our mind. It's a lot of stuff we like to see happen. You know what I mean? What's going through my head is that phrase, you can't please everybody. We can now. Oh, one world order too. I know what we're talking about now. Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense when I'm talking to y'all. We will get the one world order fucked up. Not knowing it wasn't be the first time. This new world order been in power for another 2,000 years. That's not happening again. Global excellence now makes sense. When I found this paper, it's mentioned black revolutionists, I mean black anarchists. I YouTube it, Google it. There was no uh, African American black people on that mic, nor in that band. You know, was something there. Yeah, I think I saw one. Two. Google it. ROTHKL. Anything on the rap group, something? Whatever mission they is, their mission. I'm not for it or against it. I'm just giving you the hood news. What was I had come across having to pick up. Because if I see books on the ground or whatever, I pick that stuff up and read it, man. Because it'd be there for a reason. It'd be for somebody getting your attention. You know? And that's called the art of communication. Somebody want to know what that is. It's not being crazy. It's the art of communicating with nature, yourself. And the fact that people always want to sabotage your growth anyway. Excuse me. So what are the odds of people finding you being you for real, versus the odds of people finding you not being yourself? If you're true to yourself, close to never. So all the hater gonna do is make you more popular and his character more worse. And I think, and I believe this is what fueled this face-to-face live thing. Pittsburgh and anybody else in the country. I don't steal cars. I don't break into somebody's shit. I don't go in and try to open up people's cell phones and tablets to try to find out what money they got or what they... Hey, I support you. Thou shalt not steal. You know? Don't be stealing other people's stuff, man. So that ain't me. Saints, Facebook family, those who've been with us for years. To the true Masons, you know, we've been contacted, you know what I'm saying, big ups for years. To the true imams and teachers, and to the real men of the planet who's been paying attention, and to the women and women scholars of the planet. We get this is for you guys too. We don't play that. See you about something to turn around and do completely the most dumbest thing is the opposite. We're not killing you. We definitely put you in the funny house. We're gonna just try new drugs on you and shit. And make videos of you and you become it's just one video they used to show us when we was kids, man. We children, middle school. So it wasn't scared straight. But it showed a bunch of people OD'd and shit. Like, that's fucked up. You didn't get people ODing off and shit just so you take pictures to scare your children. Okay. And it just so happened that at the time of these overdoses, it was mainly black men and women and nobody said shit. Who picked her up? Was it Red Fox? Somebody, Red Fox era or younger. Yeah. Woo! Oh my gosh. What else is going on in the hood? I'm slowing up on reading this thing because I don't have the right glasses for real. But I might read some of this stuff, read some of these items to you guys. I'm going to get y'all an opinion. And Occupy, not so much as Occupy, but what was that? Oh, we was part of. We wasn't part of, but we were a witness to some stuff. But then again, we was friends with some folks who was a part of. Who was a part of it. Yeah, it was some small part, and lesser ones. But anywho, fuck, it slipped my mind because we had so many different experiences, and we're trying them. Remind you, we prayed to ask for to make sense of it. So as I'm downloading, as we're putting together, as the memory comes in, the critique, and then, oh shit, okay, now it makes sense. Now we gotta live it. Let's try this again. First of all, ask if anybody asked the Most High for permission. Go outside, talk to his children or not. You always want to start with that. Alright, the idea we was thinking about is we're noticing about the cultural deprivation. How they send people into your homes, neighborhoods, schools, and take inventory. And there's an inventory specialist. I don't know what that person's true name is, but I'll take that over nothing. But what more would it be to give this anarchist a black name when actually it's not the black children? Not saying that there's none. It seems that the so-called black communities are being infiltrated because now a black anarchist. Since when? In Pittsburgh. I'm reading in Rothko. Got to get these guys as anarchists. See if I can read something to you. I didn't see the year, but I knew it's kind of recent. A justice for Jalen Walker banned his job by some anarchist over Bigelow Boulevard. Solidarity with fighters in Akron. Justice won't come from the courts. Voting won't stop 90 bullets. Justice is abolition. Fuck the police. See you in the streets. Black and Black organized a march for Jalen Walker in the city county building downtown Pittsburgh. In memory of destitute grief slashed the tires of luxury vehicles in Shadyside. The Still Rock School Board announces that the district is creating the first Still Rock School police force, comprised of 3 full-time armed officers and supplemented with 7 additional security guards. The president of the Still Rock School Board, Cameron Culliver, assures students, it is not a prison you're coming to. I don't want people to think they are coming to a prison. That's not what we're going to go. That's not what we're going to give off. But things will look and feel different. Black and Black organize. Another one, accused rocks police. Department announces they have been working with FBI, the ATF, and the DA to coordinate new crackdown on illegal firearms. They claim the organization has seized over 20 firearms since launching several weeks prior to the press conference. So you all the way up in Cheese Rocks, way up the Ohio, get busted for guns and wanting to be something that you're not, and they come to the city and fuck up Shady Side. And let's see this: Pittsburgh FBI reports cyber crimes rates have more than doubled in Allegheny County over the last 2 years. What's this one? July 16th. Allegheny County Police report that 14 suspicious fires occurred between April 23rd and July 9th, 2022 in the Homestead, Bloomfield, and Munhall areas. At the time of this writing, a full 5 days after releasing high-quality surveillance camera images to the capitalist media, police have yet to identify the suspect. Thank goodness they said nothing about globalism, huh? Little motherfucker like me be fucked. So I just want to give you a little short taste of that. It's gonna come up, but I just want to check the new microphone. Let y'all know we stepping up our, you know what I mean. So we keep it one funky. So what else we got here? Okay, the crowd. Like that. Snizzle. Ah. 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 Not for that bullshit, right, y'all? Yes, I just want to see if I can just keep the sound together, folks. And I just I wanted to play with some other. I'll just mess around a little bit, see. Well, you know what? I'm not fucking with that part. Hold on. I'm not doing that. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. How y'all doing today? Oh shit. Let's go get another one of those. Shit, that's some wiggle music there. Oh, but I forgot, they got a little thing that goes with this. I can add more sounds to it. Take some out, which is cool. But as you keep on Jose, just testing the new microphone. I didn't even know it came gold dipped, man. I didn't know. I just press order and shit. So we're glad we see you have the volume down. We double check too. Let's see. You know what? Screw that. I got fun of this. This is going good. But I wish somebody want to chit chat about some shit, but if not, that's better too. Oh. I'm gonna check out this trap house. What is it called? No, it's Hot Boy Trap House. What's this? YICC. Here in Pittsburgh. They said they got a new single out. Follow at Poppin' Low Score YICC. I trust it's a local group. Hey, bro, don't get mad at me. I had a lot of stuff in my pocket, man. I was carrying a lot of stuff. But I said definitely when I was going to go visit a special place of mine when I seen this. So, we'll check your music out. But check my man out. You know what I mean? Local hood. Let me see if you get a little closer. Let's try to get in contact with him. Boom. Alright. Support the hood. Support the hustle. Don't be out there hating. You know what I mean? That ain't cool. But that's what sparked this motherfucking video. Motherfucker talk about I'm out here breaking into cars. How about this? The nigga that told y'all I was breaking into cars, them was the niggas that been breaking into my trucks and cars and shit. Thank you for that. You the one came with drugs and not hugs. Whoever said that, curse your fucking tongue. And people be like, well, how come nobody's supporting your ideas? Because of fuck shit like that? Well, I think I'm reloaded, y'all. I think we done shift to another gear. Yeah, I was heated about that. I was heated about that, man. Hey, Facebook family. Y'all know when we making these videos, ain't nobody with us. Ain't nobody sitting here researching on, hey, I got this information to put together and I'll be the co-host. Wait, no. But Saints, my Hebrew Muslim brothers and sisters, here's some more good news. When I know it's for certain. I know it's for certain. People are literally listening. I didn't know that. I mean, it's like this. When we share, I can't take credit for it per se. It might be my experience, but everybody's experiencing it too. It's just something like to claim shit. And fuck, I pushed up my head too. And one of you might be saying, damn, why should we sleep in your head? Because it adds to put it on my heart so I have to remember shit. It's less stress, man, that's all. We just say, Father God, let your will be done. Let everything be written on the tablets of our heart. What it ain't supposed to be there, let it have no power. We keep it pushing. In fact, was somebody, if I can remember that preacher's name, through the Spirit of the Most High, he had mentioned something about faith. What faith? Obedience, belief, concerns, what else? I'm not quite sure I can be using a host of other words. But it's like, you don't have to use this much when it's written on the tablets of your heart. Practically, this literally just becomes a processor, and your eyes literally become a computer. I mean, just like you're looking at your cell phone islands. You literally become a cell phone because your program, your Android system or your ISO system or your operating system is based on the Ten Commandment code. and the 42 laws of Ma'at code. And in that binary code is 52. You know? So there's definitely a logic and a science to it. I want to refurther that conversation. There's so much this year. I still haven't even got over to all them books I got over there, man. All the research. But this global excellence thing, it's real. It just what's in my mind is when they bomb Brother Africa, no man. When they bomb the movement, and what's sad is they wasn't out agitating white quote unquote people or this type of people. They just did their thing. Yes, you know. I don't know what to do today. That's the point I'm making, family. So may the Most High keep us all safe, man. And, you know, ask the Most High to write His will on the tablets of your heart. That's the message for today. In order to be a globalist, man, the Most High's 10 Commandments and the 42 laws of Ma'at must be written on the tablets of your heart. It should be something that you have to think about. It's not for trade. It's not for barter. You know. So we want to give a shout out to those who want to heed this message. I want to give a shout out. Some claps to people who already know this. That's really basic. I'm not saying nothing super fly or so, not something super new. But what is new is actually living it and being consistent and promoting it shit globally. And then knowing that globally that one day when you plant that when you put that word, share that word with somebody or some folks, that or just somebody's making a baby, that vibration frequency is going into that baby and is planted into the what? The seed of life. Welcome to the garden, motherfuckers. From paradise to a paradise, man. Those that got that, get another one. And the ones that didn't, you missed the boat. Oh, sucks to be you. You did went. Oh shit. And you shit. We can't clap to that. Global excellence. That's so weird, man. And yeah, granted, change don't come overnight. But god damn it, the downloads do. The consequences Things people don't like to conversate about. Shit that do happen overnight. You say, well, this don't happen overnight. Well, check this out. How about this shit here that does happen overnight? There's a whole box and bags full of them right here. Oh, well, I'm used to that right there. And see? Okay. Okay. I know what it is. I'm allergic to my medication for real. Excuse me. Apologize. Oh gosh. There has some taste for some motherfucking French toast. God damn, I tell you, man. Priorities, priorities, right? Priorities, priorities. Who out there like French toast, man? Nasty ass pancakes. Tastes like cake batter. It just was too poor to buy icing for it or some shit. I'm cold. I don't know, something about pancakes. It's like, what is a pancake? Is that's like pancake. Cool, wonderful. It's pancake cause right, it's pancake done. But when you start adding some, what they call that, some rich shit to it, you're like, it's a pancake. It's not a big ass cake made in a pan. It's just a pancake. It's a thin fucking little bit of this, and it tastes like shit. Or maybe I just got a shock from when I was a kid. Or not a kid. Well, I don't know what the fuck you call it. Did you ever eat pancake uh, 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 mixed and thought it was cookie dough? I think that's the problem with me and pancakes. Yeah, me and pancakes got a problem. You're not cookie dough. I think somebody tricked me or something. I don't know if it was my mom or my grandma. Because some of y'all come from. Anyway, I remember. I'm trying to think if I had the munchies. Oh, two situations happened. I don't like pancakes. Peep this. Hey, you ever wake up and have the King Kong munchies? And you ain't got time to wait for this to cook, that to cook, that to cook. You're like, fuck it. I'm gonna put everything in one dip. It's gonna be a pancake, sausage, cheese, omelet, um, green peppers, onions. What else do I have with that? The memories fade. That's why a lot of times I talk fast, cause the memories come and then they fade out. Then it comes another picture, and I can't speak that fast. And told you what's on my heart. Anywho, I put the egg, everything hooked it up, and I put it in a pancake form. It was going to be a pancake breakfast wrap. Everything in the omelet would be inside of a pancake. Well, this may sound interesting, but for me it was a nightmare. It solidified something in me that would never happen. Not saying I thought about it now, but you know, some things you hear about some shit, like, how can they do that? And I found out, how can we not do that? I was like, yeah, thank you, Father. I'm not a freak of nature. Man, that shit gave me a gas so bad. Oh my goodness. Shit was ball up for days. Oh my gosh. Man, fuck with pancakes. Pancake need to be played with. I'm traumatized by pancake mix, man. That's some bullshit. Hey, somebody DM me and let me know your pancake nightmares. What's the worst thing you ever done with a pancake, nigga? We don't want to hear about you killing nobody with a pancake. You done beat somebody in the head with a pancake. You killed somebody with a pancake. You beat him in the head with a pancake. We watching you. You was a bad motherfucker. You killed somebody with a pancake, nigga. Pancake. Hit him with a squirt gun. DrDelicious.com. Y'all funny, man. Fast, yeah. We got a lot of shit to say, man. I just don't want to. No. These is fire too. Just don't eat too many of them. You get motherfucking Charlie horses like motherfucker. Make sure it's talking about the ingredients and gelatin stuff like this. Let's tell them we got some funky shit in there, boy. I wonder why people take time out their day to sabotage other people. Oh, pancake. pancake. I believe it was my nana. Okay, man. What you doing, boy? Mom, this damn neighborhood. She like, uh-huh. You know, I ain't got no money. I was like, I'm not your other family member. Come give you a hug, see you eye. In my. And as a child, she always baked. But this particular day, this shit was pancakes, man. I was disappointed. I've been traumatized by pancakes. You see how he got? You see what he do to that guy? It's like he beat him with pancakes. No, it was just a joke, folks. We ain't no violent shit, man. Life is wonderful. Life is not a bitch till you die. Life is life, no matter where you been. And I believe that global excellence can come through that what do you call that too? President to Pardise too. Let's see it. A sense is just different. The difference is there's a body in heavens. There's a body of universes. There's a body of galaxies. There's a body of eons. So forth and so forth and so forth and so forth. There's all these embodiments. I'm sure he's got some pictures in my head, that's all. In fact, that's what I'm looking at right now. Someone's like a river. Or a small swirl, like a bridge. I can't see the bridge so much, right? But I know I'm on a bridge. I'm looking at the water flow. It's this season now. So you see me pause for a minute because it downloads a picture. I get to the point I don't know if I'm dreaming or if I'm woke. In fact, I want to take my ass back to sleep now. So anybody told they love you? Love you guys, man. Global excellence. Literally. Gotta change the language, fam. Until y'all learn to change the language. That's why everybody cut off all books and communications from each other, because they know we figured it out. Their oracle is like this. Their oracle told them. Their witches and their prophets and their Christ and their kings and queens. They have their own Christ and their own worship, their own culture. What's up, bro?
Where are my eggs at?
The eggs in the little clear
The
thing.
brown ones.
The brown?
Yeah.
I ain't seen no brown ones.
Yeah, they were in a cart.
I ain't seen no brown ones. Anywho, where were we? I'm gonna turn it down for a minute. Where were we? You know what I mean? When you're in the flow of things and distractions come. Now he didn't know we recorded. He didn't know. But when you're on these things pop up like that in life. Distractions that come just like that. You got a train of thought going on, boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, you got somebody land on your damn tracks. And your whole fucking train of thought like, now you gotta get back all that momentum. By that time, you're like, shit, I'm asleep, motherfucker. Let me know whatever at the train destination. I'm sure what the clown will close this out anyway. We didn't say much today. Right now, we want to drop some jewels on y'all. And also make a program announcement that we literally live the 10 Commandments and the 42 Laws of Ma'at. There's nothing else on the planet else to do. There's no greater honor on the planet other than do that. And they both work. When you try, when you do them from the heart, they work. Anything outside the heart, you fucked. So, motherfuckers will pray the next one to be Messiah all you want to. Anoint yourself this and anoint yourself that. That should come with great screw the responsibility, competition. And last thing too, you says of doing something new. That's why the church and the church fathers and this is not have no more power no more. It ain't coming through just some priesthood. It's too corrupt. In fact, I think we're gonna talk about that later on, the corruption of the priesthood. Back then, in the past, present, literally, figuratively, but yet literally, the future. Though the revealing of the future is not in that come, but the future of this time, meaning the children that are here, ready to spoil some things, you guys. I thought you a little bit more rested up. But I just wanted to make sure that I was, my microphone worked. I know this was about the third or fourth time I said that shit. I'm gonna go back and listen to this messed up broadcast right now. Like I said, just a little tester. But if there's any questions y'all want to know, any subjects you want to talk about, let us know. We're broadcasting. We'll get the information out. We'll grab some sound bites from other people's channels and things like that, and grow. We can live. We promote global excellence if we could just change the word black and African American and black this, just change the word to something else. Everybody else do it, but you. The next time you can for more was there saying peace, we love you, and we practicing that global excellence one day at a time. And yes, if we don't get no less, no good or best, no shallow if it's deeper, and my sister and brother's keeper. Say loud. We love you guys.